as a woman, getting pregnant, I didn't say giving birth or actually raising the child, but getting pregnant specifically is one of the most easiest things that we can do. A lot
Talking about how women rush to get pregnant because of the congratulation, the way they are being treated, the way so many attention is on them, the way they feel after they put to bed, some women that were neglected by their husband as well. When they put to bed or when they are pregnant, they get this extra care. They get to command and to get to request for things while they are pregnant. Let's roll this video to the end, then we'll come back and discuss.
of women might not want to hear this, but getting pregnant is one of the most easiest things you can possibly do. Like, as a woman, getting pregnant, I didn't say giving birth or actually raising the child, but getting pregnant specifically is one of the most easiest things that we can do. And unfortunately, we live in a society that not only praises women for getting pregnant, but it makes women feel like that's our only purpose, that's our only destiny in life. And so you have a lot of women who intentionally get pregnant based on the fact that she knows she's going to get attention. She knows she's going to receive a certain amount of love and support. So she purposefully gets pregnant or stays pregnant because she enjoys the attention that she gets, not only while she's pregnant, but while her child is little, while the child can't talk back, or while the child can't really dictate things on his or her own. Like, she loves that stage, but outside of that, it's kind of like, she doesn't really have an identity outside of being a mother. And the even sadder and sicker reality is that there's a lot of women who are married to men that only treat them decently, consistently while they're pregnant. Like, it's men who literally only treat their wife or their girlfriend nice with some sort of like compassion because she's literally growing a human being in her stomach. And you have some men who are literally more attracted to their wife or more attracted to women when they're pregnant. And don't get it twisted, a lot of women feed into that. Like, a lot of women or wives feed into the fact that their husband loves them more or treats them better when they're pregnant, and so they just keep getting pregnant. Like, they look forward to how they're going to be treated when they're pregnant, not for the child, not because they're birthing a whole human being who will eventually become an adult. No.
What do you guys think about what she said? Is she saying the truth or not? Because you guys, there's some women that came for her for this video and they were like, why would you say, or why are you trying to downplay pregnancy? Why are you making it look as if we women did not come to this world to actually reproduce? Now, that is part of us being a woman. That is part of us being the only, gender that can give birth and all of that. Now, why is she talking as if pregnancy is easy like that? It's not easy to get pregnant. It's not easy. Some people have to go through a lot to get pregnant, and they're trying to come for her like she's trying to downplay pregnancy. Let's watch these videos. Well, let's know your thoughts about this video down in the comment section. I'll share my thoughts at the end of all the stages.
A lot of women might not want to hear this, but getting pregnant is one of the most easiest things.
To say a comment like this is very insensitive. And before people say, she's not talking about people that, can't get pregnant, but you're saying getting pregnant is easy. It's not easy. Everybody cannot get pregnant. Then I understand the whole it's more baby showers than it is weddings. I get that because there is, and I feel like there should be more weddings. There should be more families other than just getting pregnant. But to try to basically devalue pregnancy by saying women doing it to get attention and all of that stuff, it's like a lot of women aren't doing it for that. A small percentage of women may be doing it for that. But most women are not. Most women don't even enjoy being pregnant. And then let's talk about reproducing with this whole women feel like this is their purpose and destiny. We are the only species who get on here. Of course, animals can't get on here, but still, we are the only species that feel like that having kids, reproducing is not our purpose and our destiny. That is a part of our purpose and destiny because any living thing is meant to reproduce. So yes, It may not be your only purpose and your only destiny, but it is a part of the human experience. It is a part of the living experience. If flowers in them just started to not have mate, we wouldn't be able to breathe. So it is very important for us to reproduce. The body is going through a lot of different changes. It's going through a lot to have pregnancy. So it is very important to be pregnant. It is not easy to be pregnant. So yes, I am going to congratulate every woman that's pregnant, regardless, because I know the journey that she's about to go on. And I would never try to devalue pregnancy because another pregnant woman doing it for attention. That's on her. But pregnancy is a beautiful thing. It is magical because your body is changing and going through all these different changes and giving birth. If you never had kids, you would never understand. But don't get on here and try to devalue pregnancy because other people doing it for attention, a small percentage. Don't do that. And as a woman, you should be ashamed.
Definitely, we live in a society that not only praises women for getting pregnant.
Oh my God, this is literally actually so crazy because I just was having this exact conversation with a guy similar to this topic, women and their identity and soft life and all that kind of stuff. And then the guy that I was having this conversation with, he really tried to emphasize the fact that men don't care about the value that we see in women. We don't care about your job title and your education. That's not what we care about. And I'm just like, so are you insecure? Are you intimidated? Why wouldn't you want a woman who's educated? Why wouldn't you want a woman who has other ventures? Like, I feel as though it's so insane and so crazy to me how society has tried to manipulate or try to put emphasis on what a woman's purpose is on earth. And I get it, like the traditionals, building a family, whatever, blase. So many men that are older, millennials and everything like that, that's their perspective. They truly believe a woman is meant to have kids and that's it, and not have her own sense of self. And don't get me wrong, I love that for women who actually want and aspire to have that. But, like, let's not make this, like, the world is literally changing. Like, this is not the 60s and the 50s, 70s, 80s no more. Women are just that. It's like we have subjected women for so long to be this one thing, and this is where their value comes from, and that's it. I really think that perspective is insane, because why is it that men can go and be these bosses and CEOs and have money and build character, but women are subjected to being mothers? Like, that's their role. That's what we're here to do. I'm not saying this is everyone's reality, this is everyone's thoughts and perspective, but I feel like I have encountered many older people, family generations before, like, this is how they feel, as though what makes a woman a woman. There's no identity for her. Like, your value does not come from your education, your job, your anything. Like, that doesn't make you who you are. You being a mother is what makes you who you are. Insane. I am a firm believer in a woman soul searching, finding herself, traveling the world, enjoying her life, living her life, getting an education, because when you really, really think about it, like, of course, we all want to be married and have a husband. At the end of the day, if I'm doing everything I need to do and I'm set and satisfied in my lonesome, why would I get a man or have a man just to say, I have a family, I have a husband, and I'm not satisfied within? I don't know, y'all. All I'm gonna say is, women, girls, young ladies, everyone who is a woman of the sort, find yourself. Literally, find yourself, find who you are, know yourself, know who you are, so you have the discernment to actually find the husband who is meant for you, and not just get with somebody to be married or to say you pregnant and you having a family. Like,
a lot of women might not want to hear this, but getting pregnant is one of the most easiest things.
Listen, y'all, this era of, like, boss babe, women, economic power, it is such a double-edged sword, because, listen, coming from me, I am like the definition of boss babe. Like, I have a business in real life. I'm just not on social media. Like, my business is registered. I report my income earnings to the IRS. My business makes 6 figures. Like, I actually run a business. I'm my own boss. I'm a boss of people. Like, I'm actually the definition of boss babe. It's coming from me. I am a huge believer in women economic power. Okay? I believe that women should be empowered economically. But I also believe what comes out of women empowerment and things like feminism and that era, and I guess new age feminism too in a way, like, is the fact that women are diverse. Like, we have choices. We're diverse. It can be both and either or. Like, we can kind of really do it all. I really do believe that. But I feel like in the quest of women empowering themselves through accomplishments, etc., like whatever, I feel like we've really lost the plot. I'm just like, my heart is saddened for the generation, because that video was so triggering for me. I just feel like sometimes it's like a lack. It's like we spend too much time on the internet. It's this like lack of like real life experience. Not to like come at that creator or anything like that, but I that's kind of like what I'm seeing. Because like, if we're in real life, let's talk about real life. Yeah, women can be accomplished in different spaces, and I think she was talking about which is another topic, about women that use childbearing as an accomplishment because maybe they're not accomplished, they don't feel accomplished in other places. It's a space where people are going to always congratulate you. That is true. Is that I'm not here to talk about if that's wrong or not. I think she talked about it enough in her video. But to downgrade, do we need to downgrade pregnancy and the miracle of pregnancy? Like, no. Like, no. Pregnancy is not easy. It's not the easiest thing to do as a woman. It's not the easiest. It doesn't come just so extremely naturally. It just everyone can get pregnant. Are you kidding me? There's women that can't get pregnant. There's women that will try to conceive for years and years and years and years and need to use medical intervention. And still then, with medical intervention, when it comes to carrying a full-term pregnancy, I'm someone who did not carry a full-term pregnancy. That stuff doesn't just come. And the thing about it, it's not always based on what you do and don't do. Sometimes it's just the cards that are dealt for you. Some women will, even if they try hard to get pregnant and they have fertility issues, when they do get pregnant, like, they'll miscarriage. I know someone who has miscarried 7 times. Like, what are you saying it's easy? We don't have to downplay what women can do and what their bodies can do in order to make any point. I don't care how valid the point is. I don't care if there's something to talk about. Talk about that without downplaying what the miracle of pregnancy, the miracle of childbearing. Every single child, every single person that walks this earth is a miracle. Every single person that walked this earth has escaped death to come and to be here. And you don't know that if things just come easy. You have no other my own experiences, and then I've seen and heard of so many other stories due to my birth trauma. Like, there are children that fight to be here every day. There are mothers that fight to conceive children and fight to keep their pregnancies. And it's really only by the hand of God. That is why people say that every baby's a miracle. That is why childbirth and childbearing is always, no matter what you want to make it up to be, it will always be congratulated, because it deserves congratulations every single time. If you were even to just look at like the chance of a woman getting pregnant, it has to be one viable sperm. Do you know how many men are impotent? What? It's common. It's not just some happen to some people. It's common. Like, let's cut the crap, all right? And let's not ever downplay what women do to populate this earth. Let's never downplay what women's bodies go through to sustain life. Let's never downplay that. That should always be congratulated.
Well, for me, I kind of understand what the creator is saying. I feel like she's not trying to downplay pregnancy. I feel like she's just saying that there are some particular women that feel like getting pregnant is the easiest thing for them to do when it's easy for them. I don't think she's talking about every woman just want to get pregnant because it's easy. Of course, it's not easy. Of course, pregnancy is not easy. I don't think anybody's going to come out to say pregnancy is easy. Even the men that usually bash women and all of that cannot come out and say it is easy. The ones that actually saw their wives or their girlfriend pregnant throughout the whole month, they cannot come and tell you how easy it is to give birth or to take care of a child or what, or to even get pregnant or nurse a pregnancy to full term. I don't think any reasonable person is going to come online to tell you pregnancy is easy, right? I feel like what she's trying to say is some women rush to get pregnant because of the benefit they get during pregnancy. I personally have seen a lot of women, especially on this YouTube, when I usually watch some YouTube vlogs and all of that, they usually come to tell why they are giving birth back to back to back. They always have children back to back every year. Immediately they put to bed after 9 months, you're pregnant again in the next 3 months. And people are asking them, how are you doing this? What is going on? And they say they like the attention that their husband gets them. They like the congratulations. Some of them are even doing it because they get a lot of views when they get pregnant. It's not because they actually want to get pregnant, it's not because they like the money they make when they tell pregnancy announcement. They like that attention. They like that because they don't usually get it. In fact, I've met someone like in real life, okay, said it that when anytime she's pregnant, because I'm like, she's always complaining about her husband is not good, her husband is this. So why did you have so many children for him? And she's like, it's the only time he pays attention to her is when she's pregnant. The only time he cares about what she thinks is when she's pregnant. That's why she's kept giving birth back to back. She said having children because she knows that anytime she's pregnant, whatever she wants, her husband does. Whatever she doesn't even lift a finger in the house. These are the kind of women that does house chores from morning till night, non-stop. But when they are pregnant, their husbands treat them like they're special human beings that they don't want them to even lift anything, right? Until they put to bed, like probably months later, then they start their normal routine. Women like that tend to get pregnant again because they like the way their man show them affection, show them love, and they feel like that's the only thing they want to do. And when you keep doing that, and you're doing that because of people validation, especially your husband, and people telling you congratulations, a lot of people calling you and showing you that care, that love, that attention. When you keep doing that, you forget who you are. I feel like that's what she's trying to say. You forget who you are. You forget that you're a person aside of being a mom. That's why some women lose themselves when they eventually be mothers, right? They don't even understand what they are to do anymore. They don't understand what they are doing with their life anymore, aside from being a mom. If you're having a conversation with some mothers, they don't have any other thing to talk about aside from them being a mom. They cannot engage in proper conversation with you aside them being a mom. They don't have another life aside being a mom. I feel like that's what she's trying to say. I don't think she's trying to downplay pregnancy. I don't think she's trying to say pregnancy is very easy, so everybody just get pregnant. No, of course, it's not everybody that can get pregnant. Some people want to get pregnant so bad they cannot medically reason they cannot get pregnant. Some people don't want to and they are having it why they have to take it out. Some people are doing it back to back because of the attention, because of the care. Like if you're pregnant, you have this extra care, you have these extra privileges when you go outside, even at the outside world, when you're at the groceries, people want to help you, people want to do things, people want to, that attention is amazing. And if you're really enjoying that attention too much, you might want to do it again and again and again. Because when you think about the attention, you're like, let me just one other one so that people will have my time. Especially for people that crave for attention. We've seen, like in fact, I remember this woman that gave birth, I think she's 24 and she had like 6, 7 children. We talked about this video last year, I think, I remember. And she was saying that she's doing it because she needs love. She's having children back to back because she feels like she doesn't have enough love, like she feels like anytime she's pregnant, she gets people that come to her, or she feels loved anytime she's having babies. These are the things that women do, and I feel like that's what she's trying to say. I don't think she's trying to make it look like pregnancy or her giving birth is a bad thing, or women that still eventually get pregnant for the right reasons, are doing it for the wrong thing or something. I don't think that's what she's saying, in my own opinion. Anyway, but let's know your thoughts about this video down in the comment section. Respectfully, what is your opinion? What is your take? Do you think she's trying to downplay pregnancy? For me, I don't think so. I just feel like she's just trying to say women like to jump on it. Some women like to jump on it because of the way they feel, the way their husband made them feel, the way people, society makes them feel immediately or when they are pregnant. Many people tell you, immediately you hear somebody's pregnant, you're already like, "Okay, if that's me, once I hear someone's pregnant, even as much I always advise people, don't get pregnant. Da, da, da. Once I hear that you're pregnant, I always want to treat you with care. I want, ask you, if you need anything, let me know. You can call me 1 a.m. I'll answer you because I'm like, hey, what's going on? That is kind of care pregnant women get when they are pregnant. When they put to bed, everybody's at their place helping them. Some come to help, some don't, right? But most of the time, if you have a good village, they help you, they care for you, have a good parent, good siblings, and all of that are close to you. They are there for you and they are caring for you. If your husband is the kind of person that care for you only when you're pregnant, women are tempted to get pregnant back to back because of that attention and that love and care they get from their husband. Some women, it's because of the kind of money that they make online. When they announce their pregnancy, they get a lot of money, a lot of views. We see a lot of things people do just to pump their views on TikTok. People do rich content just for people to stitch their content and talk about it. These are the things people do for money, right? When they say that it's money and they do it for money, right? Same thing as pregnancy. Some women do it because they know that anytime they announce that they are pregnant again and they're talking about pregnancy, it's a content. You're talking about you being pregnant and talking about your pregnancy journey is a content that you can make money off on this YouTube app. Anyway, you guys, what's your take on this video? Let me know your thought down in the comment section. Respectfully, as always, Sugar Mara Davis, and thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this one. Please like and share and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one.